Hey, so, sorry I don't have a voice. There's a whole nother story to why I don't have a voice. But, I'm currently coming off of Seroquel, which is an antipsychotic. And I did not know that there was such thing as antipsychotic withdrawal syndrome. So basically, I am currently withdrawing from the Seroquel. I've been on a 450 milligram dose of Seroquel, which is a fairly high dose. And it was causing me to have some terrible and dangerous side effects. One in particular, which is why I have no voice. I lost my ability to swallow, which is like a Parkinson's symptom that can be caused by drugs like Seroquel. And basically my throat was paralyzed. And I was choking on anything, like on water, on my own saliva. I had to go to the emergency room because I was choking. And I lost my voice during that process. And it hasn't come back yet. But with that being said, I was told what was causing my dysphagia or difficulty swallowing. And was told to come off the Seroquel. Because the swallowing thing is dangerous, I had to come off the Seroquel pretty quickly without tapering much. So I did a quick taper from 450 milligrams to 200 overnight. Did 200 for a little bit to see if it would help. It didn't. It stopped the paralysis of my throat completely, like to where for a while I physically could not swallow at all, like nothing worked. I couldn't swallow. And when I went down to 200, I started to be able to swallow in like the top of my throat, but it felt like everything was going down my windpipe. I couldn't use the bottom of my throat to like bring food or saliva or water down my throat. This is a pretty rare side effect, especially to the degree that it happened to me. So when 200 milligrams wasn't helping, I went down to 150, straight down to 100, over like a couple days. And then I took 100 for 2 days, went 75 for a day, 50 for 2 days, 25 for 2 days, and I stopped, which is pretty close to going cold turkey. At the dose I was on, at the 450, it should take months and months to come off of that, to wean down. And I did it in about 2 weeks. Anyways, through this experience, I had no idea that I was going to have antipsychotic withdrawal syndrome. I talked to my psychiatrist yesterday, and he basically told me that that's what's happening to me. I called him because started off, I guess my last dose of Seroquel was Monday night, and on Tuesday or Wednesday, might have been Wednesday, I just felt really motion sick, like walking around. I felt motion sick. I couldn't even look and scroll on my computer screen at work scrolling down the screen made me feel very nauseous. I was gagging like uncontrollably at everything, at weird stuff. I would gag. I didn't know what that was about, and I wasn't connecting the dots that it could be related to just quitting the Seroquel suddenly. Until yesterday, which was Thursday, the dizziness got worse and the nausea got worse, and I just felt extremely motion sick. I was sitting at my desk and having to stare at like one spot on the floor or put my head down to keep from spinning. My assistants were having to like do everything at this point in the day. I had to run to the staff bathroom and like dry heave a couple times. And at that point, I started to connect the dots and think maybe this has to do with the Seroquel. I was so dizzy. Like had the spins pretty much. And put my kids on the bus, left work, drove to get my daughter, and driving home, every turn that I made, I was just like, I had 2 plastic bags in my lap. I felt so ill. And the moment I made it home, I just started throwing up. Threw up a good bit yesterday during the evening. If I lay down in bed and I'm really still, I'm okay. But it's not very pleasant to like move my head and look different ways. It makes me really dizzy and spinny. If I get up, then I instantly have the urge to throw up. I've broken out in sweats, and I'm a little bit achy. I've gone through some interesting mood cycles, kind of feeling like a little bit of an elevated mood and then a lower mood, and I know that's because Seroquel is also works as a mood stabilization. And so pulling it out of my system, I'm sure I'm getting a flood of dopamine back to my system. And I'm feeling definitely some different mood changes. Nothing severe or I feel like abnormal, just another side effect, I guess, of coming off and of withdrawing from Seroquel. My doctor said that hopefully this should resolve in a week or so. Online, it says it can take up to like 4 weeks. I'm praying that doesn't happen because this is miserable. I can't stand up without getting the spins. He also said I still can't swallow normal. I've been off of the Seroquel now for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, at least 4 days. I think it's been 4 days. Completely without it. Maybe 5, but I think it's been 4. And I'm still not able to swallow normal. I'm still getting choked on my saliva. Feels like it's going down the wrong pipe. Constantly having to clear my throat. Having to be very careful what I eat and what I drink and how I drink. But I'm hopeful. My psychiatrist said that he was hopeful and felt confident that I would get my ability to swallow back. Apparently, a very small amount of people are stuck with dysphagia. and the inability to swallow permanently. So I'm praying that that's not me. I'll make another video and update on that. I guess as I get my ability to swallow back. And yeah, check back in. Right now I'm just hoping for an improvement on swallowing and hopefully get my voice back at some point soon. But I'm really hoping to see this nausea and vomiting and sweats and dizziness, spins, all of that resolve. I'm banking on the next day or so. Yesterday was awful. I was hoping today would be better, but it's not so far. Didn't really hit me until yesterday midday. I was already feeling the motion sickness, but like the nausea and extreme motion sickness didn't happen until the second half of the day yesterday. I woke up this morning, and as soon as I stood up, I knew that I needed to lay back down to keep from getting ill. I've taken an Ativan in hopes that it will calm my stomach. I know it works for nausea, off-label for nausea, and I don't normally take that. I don't like to take that. But if it can help get me through this, then I'm willing to try. So I'm gonna try to eat some saltines and drink some sort of electrolytes and water, and get some rest, and hopefully feel better tomorrow. This isn't to put anybody off of ever taking Seroquel. Seroquel really helped me and really was helping me. I was really bummed when I had the swallowing paralysis. Didn't realize it was the Seroquel at first, but when I found out that it was and that I had to stop, that was pretty scary and pretty sad. So yeah, it definitely helped me. But I do think people should be aware that it can cause this, something called Parkinsonism, where it mimics Parkinson's disease. I was having tremors and involuntary muscle movements and twitches in my legs mainly. And then the dysphagia, which happens in people who have, or can happen in people who have progressive Parkinson's disease. So yeah, I wanted to get off this immediately, because it's just not worth that. The dangers coming with not being able to swallow can be fatal. So yeah, my leg twitches for the most part have resolved. I've still got a slight tremor, but I'm waiting on that and my throat mobility to come back. So I think that's about all. I'll do another video and let you guys know how it's going. All right. Thanks for listening. Bye.